My family planned to humiliate me. At my wedding, I grabbed the mic first. A week before my wedding, I dropped off decorations at my parents' house. Walking down the hallway, I heard laughter from the living room. My brother Ryan's voice carried through the door. Wait until the toasts. We'll roast him so hard his bride will regret saying yes. My cousin Mark laughed. Should we tell the story about the science fair? Or when he tried out for football? Both, my sister Julia chimed in. Let's make it a full highlight reel of Harry being a loser. They rehearsed their lines. Every embarrassing moment from my childhood, twisted and exaggerated. My stomach dropped. This wasn't sibling teasing. This was planned humiliation. I'm the middle child in a family where I've always been the punchline. Ryan's the golden boy athlete. Julia's the princess who can do no wrong. Me? I'm just Harry, the one they forget to invite to things. The one whose accomplishments get a polite nod before the conversation shifts back to Ryan's latest achievement. I've swallowed it for years. Stayed quiet at family dinners while they talked over me. Smiled through the jokes at my expense. But this was different. This was my wedding day. The one day that was supposed to be about me and Claire, and they were going to turn it into their comedy show. I didn't sleep that night. Claire asked if I was okay, and I couldn't tell her. How do you explain that your own family is plotting against you? The rehearsal dinner was torture. Ryan told the same stories he'd practiced, testing the material. When he mentioned me being water boy in high school, the table erupted in laughter. Julia added her practice jabs about participation ribbons. My parents beamed at them like proud peacocks. Claire squeezed my hand under the table. She knew something was wrong. That night, I made a decision. I wasn't going to confront them. I wasn't going to beg them to be decent. I was going to beat them at their own game. I spent the next 3 days writing my own toast. I recorded every practice session they had. I documented their group chat where they shared material for the big night. I even found old family videos that showed the real story. Me getting awards they never mentioned, me helping them when they needed it, me always being there while they took credit. Wedding day arrived. The ceremony was perfect. Claire looked stunning. For a few hours, I forgot about what was coming. Then we got to the reception. Claire's parents gave beautiful speeches. Heartfelt, genuine, full of love. I watched my family at their table, smirking, waiting for their turn. The DJ announced it was time for the best man's toast. Ryan stood up, straightening his tie, that familiar cocky grin spreading across his face. He grabbed the microphone like he owned the room. Before he could say a word, I stood up. Actually, I'd like to go first. Ryan's face flickered with confusion, then annoyance, but he couldn't argue without looking like a jerk, so he handed me the mic. I started traditional, thanked everyone for coming, talked about how much Claire meant to me, how lucky I was. The room was warm, engaged, smiling. Then I shifted. I also want to thank my family, I said, looking directly at Ryan, Julia, and my parents, because they've taught me something invaluable over the years. They've shown me exactly what kind of brother, son, and husband not to be. The room went quiet. Claire's hand found mine. See, some families lift each other up, but some families have a different approach. I pulled out my phone and connected it to the sound system. This is from last week. Ryan's voice filled the ballroom. Wait until the toasts. We'll roast him so hard his bride will regret saying yes. Mark's laughter echoed. Julia's voice. Let's make it a full highlight reel of Harry being a loser. The silence that followed was absolute. Ryan tried to salvage it. Come on, it was just what? I cut him off. Just jokes? Just family fun? I handed the microphone to Claire's father and sat down. My mother tried to approach me later, tears in her eyes. Harry, we need to talk about this. No, I said calmly. We really don't. You made your choice. I made mine. Claire and I left for our honeymoon the next morning. When we got back, my voicemail was full of messages from my family. I deleted them all,